In recent years, the scale and frequency of natural disasters in form of floods and droughts have increased significantly, especially in rural communities of Zambia, a clear indication of how climate is changing this part of the globe. The result has been increased food insecurity and loss of livelihoods among communities living along the Zambezi River basin. The increase in natural disasters has been made worse by activities such as indiscriminate cutting of trees, overgrazing, and poor agricultural land management. The Zambia Red Cross Society, with financial support from the American Red Cross, is implementing a project called Building Resilient African Communities, BRESS, to support over 22,000 people in 6 rural communities of Kasaya, Kawewa, Sigaunzwe, Lubinda, Sikuzu, and Situlu of Kazungula and Mwandi districts south of Zambia to cope with the disaster they face in their daily lives in times of floods and drought. The project has provided 3 water harvesting structures in 3 communities of Sigaunzwe, Lubinda, and Situlu villages to enable people access water in the dry season. Before the dams were deepened, the dams were shallow and ran dry barely a few months after the rains were gone.
The coming of the Red Cross to come and help us re-deepen this dam and expand it, it has helped us a lot. People used not to do gardening because of not having enough water. By this time, we are having a lot of people doing gardening.
Over 12,000 people and their animals now have access to water throughout the year in these communities. The availability of sufficient water in these communities has encouraged people to embark on rearing of small livestock, a pass-on concept to improve their lives.
Nionga ziko mukuli ba Red Cross amene banatitandiza kutipasa kombuzi hizi. Kuchibuka kudala tuweze kuvutika maningi. Olondalama zopeza kuti tilipire bana ba school tuwenze ukangiwa. Anga nkale the hote musosa angera mwana wa school kuka chandalama. Manje masiku anakuteka pano banatipasa ba Red Cross mbuzi. Bana bangena.
Because of the availability of water in these communities, seeds are distributed to households for vegetable gardening to ensure that people have adequate food even in the dry season.
Red Cross ikalile ka 2013 masikuzu mo. Mikozo 2013 zebalweza ba Red Cross. Balweza misebezi yemituna. Kono piri ni bulere lusika vakale mwa Red Cross. No lusabo ni bunde bolubona kachenu. No luli kwa tasi. No luziele hile. Ne kusina kuli mwendi rweze chwani. No lulima kono no lusazi vikuli kululima chwani. No lusazi vikuli kwa miroho ya unaruve ya miliani mono luivela no luve ya kweza kulimani foku muluve ya kufiteleza. Iwe miliani wale uchiseza miroho ya luna. Lwa no lulutwa. No luya kwa likosi lwa lutiwa. Kuliweze chwana. Kachanu kiruna vafa. Nibulele pili kwa makalelo. Lukalile kufiwa lipeu zone lulima. Inga mubona famu abona. Niswali ye ki tomato. Ye ki cabbage.
It is expected that over 30,000 people will benefit from the livestock pass-on concept and access to water. The project is also supporting environmental management by encouraging local people to use the Wood 7 cook stove in the 5 communities. Wood 7 cook stove is helping to reduce excessive cutting of firewood for fuel.
Tofu sekisesinde asibatiri kota zengata. Kitu kota fera tutula alo. Kona kula asitukile masikota sawa kuna kutatea buhobe ibususo. Kutatea mokwa watoma. Kona kulimane sikona kungana kwetelele. Nge situkaferwa na chwalo. Kwenye mashalala ayo fera mahali. Akutokwa alikota tuna. Kuna kitotu inyani fera tukota tutu ya mate. Mihapilo akona kupazula lizazi. Nge usalitele mate ni mulimo. Manana basikolo haba ya basikolo utomelela nga mezi mazibwana. anifeza kutoma mezi kakusasana vana vasikolo vatapa ntofumana mwate ni mto muliro ape nanga kota nave ya mwate wakala kutoka vanana kuna kuvatatela poreji vaya kwa sikolo asifezi mufutumala saa chisa mwahali isi nikuchisa fande kono mwahali kona musi chisa kona kulikisesi ndahu kona munde bolu fumani mwate ne babusi ufale kulufitela kimwenyi kakuli mashala afeli kikutukisa fera muliro wasopela mwenyi wa hawacha kona munde wate na kuna musi hakuna angi sikechile.
The project has further impact on the formation and strengthening of satellite disaster management teams in 5 communities of Kasaya, Kawewa, Zigaunzwe, Lubinda, Sikuzu and Situlu villages.
Through the discussions with the community and the information that we got from the extension officer, we decided to make some canoes so that we can deliver the pupils from the other side to the other side so that they can access the knowledge from the school. And we also deliver those special pregnant mothers. We used to get a lot of challenges on pregnant mothers. They used to deliver at home where we used to expect even some death. But because of this knowledge, now deaths have been reduced because they are able to use the canoes from the other side to the clinics where they are getting a lot of services. We also, as a community, decided to make a temporary bridge using the local resources.
Working with the meteorological staff and agriculture extension officers, the teams are providing communities with constant information on early warning and are encouraging communities to take early action before disasters strike.
They have imparted the knowledge with us. And it's not only the early warning, we also did the first aid training, which we are also doing it in the community when there are some casualties. As SDMC, we have that task to help the casualties in the community.
With the satellite disaster management teams, communities are able to receive information way before disasters strike their communities. In order to ensure that this project is sustained and continues to benefit generations to come, linkages with appropriate stakeholders has been made.
As SDMCs, we intend to continue this program because it's not for the government, it's not for the donor, but the project that is coming into our community is for us. So as SDMC, we are planning to extend these services through the collaborating with the line ministries like the Ministry of Agriculture, so that he gives every now and then the updates of each year.
With this project, it is clear that the rural and vulnerable communities living along the Zambezi River basin have increased their capacity to respond to the many socio-economic impacts of disasters they face as a result of the extremes of weather conditions of droughts on one end and floods on the other end in this part of Zambia. It is also clear that the Zambia Red Cross model of disaster risk reduction is one of a kind, and if replicated to other areas facing similar challenges, it could ease the suffering rural communities endure when such disasters strike. The Zambia Red Cross Society is indeed living by its drive of saving humanity without discrimination.